They claimed you were beyond your prime. However, what if I told you that the true threat is not aging itself, but rather the way you've been misled about it? Unknowingly, the majority of individuals heed counsel that gradually erodes their closeness, impairs their circulation, and deprives them of the connection they still want for. I'm Dr. Smith, a renowned authority on men's health with decades of expertise and more than 60,000 patient consultations, and I help elders regain their vigor, intimacy, and energy without the need for dangerous medications or surgery. You may be surprised by what I've learned by listening to what the body really needs beyond the age of 60. Because the true remedy for waning desire and poor circulation can already be in your kitchen and not in a drugstore. Yes, exactly. The solution is as inexpensive, natural, and effective as 4 basic fruits. These aren't just nutritious snacks, they are scientifically proven allies that increase libido, restore blood flow, and help you re-establish intimacy in a natural and gentle way. I'll tell you precisely which 4 fruits they are in a few minutes, along with how to begin utilizing them right now to get back what you believed was lost forever. So stay put, this might make all the difference. Make sure you click the bell symbol and subscribe button before we get started on these game-changing fruits so you don't miss any insightful health information tailored to your senior years. Additionally, enter 1 in the comments if this is useful to you. I read every response and I'm here to keep becoming better for you. If not, put 0. Let's get right in, the 4 potent fruits that may help you regain intimacy and circulation beyond the age of 60. These are the silent soldiers of nature, not miracle drugs. Fruits that complement your body rather than interfere with it. You may already have the first item on our list in your refrigerator. 1. Red grapes, the flow restorer. In my own practice, I once thought that the only way to help elderly patients regain circulation was to provide medicine. However, the more I saw people who resisted aging and listened to my elderly patients, the more I understood that something potent was lurking in plain sight: red grapes. Simple, natural red grapes, not some fancy supplement or high-tech fix. Despite their modest appearance, these colorful small fruits contain resveratrol, one of the best substances for aging circulation. Deep inside the blood arteries, this natural antioxidant helps them relax and enlarge, increasing the amount of oxygen-rich blood that reaches your heart, brain, muscles, and yes, even your intimate parts. Red grapes are particularly exceptional because they may restore blood flow to the lower body, which is where age initially attempts to take it. It's normal for both men and women to have cold feet, a decrease in reactivity during intimate moments, or exhaustion that strikes more quickly than it used to. However, energy, desire, and connection cannot flow freely when blood cannot. Red grapes aid in regaining that liberty. This fruit has quietly changed the lives of elderly men. Because resveratrol increases nitric oxide, a crucial substance required to initiate and sustain good erections, consuming red grapes on a daily basis has shown encouraging effects in enhancing erectile strength and durability. However, grapes do this organically, subtly, and without adverse effects, in contrast to manufactured medications. Red grapes aid women's pelvic circulation and vascular sensitivity, which tends to deteriorate with time. This implies a deeper emotional experience during intimacy, as well as more warmth and comfort. It's about bringing back the emotion as well as the function. Something's really amazing is that something as commonplace as a cup of grapes may bring back something many people thought was gone forever. Older couples have approached me months later, astonished that a little habit could resurrect such a significant aspect of their life. Because it's not a miracle, I always grin. Simply said, it's sound science and wise decisions. And that's only the beginning. Because the following fruit on our list is not only a champion for circulation, but also a silent protector of your personal health and a powerful defender of your kidneys. Are you prepared to discover what it is? Let's continue. 2. Cranberries, the kidney guardian. The cranberry was one food that I used to undervalue. I considered it a forgettable, crimson, and tangy Thanksgiving side dish for years. But as time went on, my perspective changed. This fruit continued to appear in the tales of my elderly patients, who were still strong, active, and attached to their relationships. When I looked into the studies, I found something that completely altered my preconceived notions. It turns out that cranberries are among the most potent guardians of the kidneys and urinary system, 2 organs that subtly influence a senior's capacity for pleasure, vitality, and closeness. Toxins accumulate, circulation slows, and inflammation seeps into places we'd rather not discuss as kidney function deteriorates, you see. This results in decreased sensitivity, decreased desire, and a direct impact on men's erection strength and endurance. However, cranberries act as organic protectors. They are abundant in substances that assist maintain blood vessel health, particularly in the pelvic area, lower inflammation, and cleanse the urinary system. It's beneficial for more than simply preventing pain. It is essential for maintaining unrestricted blood flow where it is most needed. Because good blood pressure and nitric oxide levels are essential for sexual performance, men who have superior kidney function may have stronger, more consistent erections. Cranberries often result in women feeling more at ease, less irritated, and more confident during intimate situations. Perhaps most significantly, they relieve both partners of the weight of quiet, ongoing suffering and enable them to feel secure and connected. I've had patients who were silently dealing with dry intimacy, recurrent urination problems, or diminished sexual drive, and they were all pleased to learn that something as easy as include cranberries in their diet provided them with comfort they didn't believe was possible. It is simpler to connect when pressure and suffering are removed from the situation. And it's that relationship that makes life beyond 60 really fulfilling. Therefore, this fruit needs a place in your routine, not only for your kidneys, but also for your circulation, intimacy, and peace of mind, whether you include a handful of dried cranberries in your salad or a splash of unsweetened cranberry juice in the morning. However, what if there was a fruit that ignited a fire inside of you rather than just shielding it? A fruit that increases testosterone, vitality, and makes your body feel as if it recalls its purpose. We'll find out precisely that next. 3. Papaya, the energy awakener. Papaya has a feeling similar to sunlight. The golden orange hue or the way it melts in your tongue like a soft remembrance of easier, warmer times may be the reason. However, most individuals over 60 are unaware of its secret potency that lurks underneath its pleasant flavor. One of the best fruits for reviving male vitality and re-establishing blood flow throughout the body is the papaya. One elderly guy, a former school administrator, approached me in frustration, I recall. Intimacy with his wife had become more of a memory than a reality, he was exhausted, and he was having trouble sleeping. Even though he was walking every day and eating healthily, he still felt exhausted. At that point, we included papaya into his regular regimen, giving him a cup in the morning mixed with a little amount of Greek yogurt. He returned to my office in a matter of weeks, smiling and blushing profusely. Something had changed. Vitamins A, C, and E are abundant in papaya, along with strong digestive and anti-inflammatory enzymes like papain. Papaya's effects on testosterone production and circulation, however, are what actually make it unique. It enhances blood vessel elasticity and oxygen delivery while assisting the body in naturally regulating hormones, particularly in elderly men. It is the kind of internal support that results in fresh physical energy and erections that are stronger and more durable. The story doesn't end there. Papaya relieves dryness and pain and increases arousal in women by balancing estrogen and improving pelvic circulation. Additionally, it helps the adrenal glands, which are your body's stress controllers, allowing you to experience intimacy without being pulled away by strain or exhaustion. Papaya's approachability is what I like most about it. It's a fruit you can eat with a spoon, enjoy in the morning, and feel as if it's functioning from the inside out. It's neither a pill nor a supplement. Without much fanfare, it gradually rebuilds connection and trust with consistent, organic outcomes. Therefore, papaya is your silent ally if you're seeking a spark in your relationship as well as in your physique. Although fireworks are not guaranteed, it often brings along something more enduring, such as energy, coziness, and the desire to rekindle relationships. When you believe that fruit can't do more, wait till you learn about the one that helps your hormones and heart, as well as improve your sleep, make you feel lighter, and deepen your love. Let's discuss cherries. For cherries, the intimacy booster, a dish of cherries has a very reassuring quality. Perhaps it's the hue, the rich, almost velvety red, or perhaps it's the way they slow you down. Cherries are more than simply food, they are an experience. Even more significant than their flavor, it turns out, is what they do within your body. I once worked with a late 60-year-old couple who had been married for more than 40 years. Although they still had a strong affection for one another, something had changed. the spouse spoke of being disengaged from his body, feeling lethargic, irritated, and silently missing the passion that used to come naturally. His wife, who was just as patient and compassionate, missed their previous closeness but didn't want him to feel under strain. They were prepared to attempt something natural together. I suggested cherries. Yes, cherries, according to studies I've read about their amazing benefits on inflammation, circulation, and sexual response. They were open, but they had low expectations. After 2 months, they came back laughing like newlyweds, more energetic, and more loving. And I understood why. Strong antioxidants called anthocyanins, which are found in cherries, have been shown to improve vascular health throughout the body, lower artery inflammation, and boost nitric oxide production. This implies that blood flows more freely to parts of your body that are essential for sexual stimulation, sensation, and reaction, in addition to your heart and brain. Improved blood flow to the penis helps elderly men get firmer and longer-lasting erections without the need for artificial drugs. Cherry consumption helps women's pelvic circulation, which improves the comfort, enjoyment, and emotional fulfillment of intimacy. However, cherries have calming effects on the mind in addition to the body. Cherries, which are high in natural melatonin, aid in fostering deeper, more rejuvenating sleep. Additionally, greater sleep results in better hormone balance, less stress, and increased emotional receptivity. These are the subtle components of enduring closeness, not only physiological changes. The delicate nature of cherries is among its most lovely qualities. There is just gradual, consistent nourishment, neither a shock nor a surge. They assist your hormonal cycles, soften your blood vessels, and aid in re-establishing the balance between your body and mind. And that type of gentle mending seems like a gift in a world full of pressure and medications. I've seen cherries transform relationships by reopening the door to connection rather than by instantly healing everything. They serve to remind your body of its potential. And sometimes all you need to feel connected again is that reminder. After learning about these 4 potent fruits, you may be asking yourself, how do I start? How do I make this real in my life without turning it into another complicated health routine? Good news. What follows will demonstrate how to incorporate these fruits into your daily routine in a way that is easy, sustainable, and even fun. If you're still with me, it indicates that something within of you is ready for change. Here's how to get started now. Perhaps you've been feeling slower, less connected, or you're just sick of hearing that this is a normal aspect of aging. However, it's not totally. In actuality, your body still wants to react. It's still trying to recover. And it certainly can if given the proper nutrition. I like this strategy because of this. We are not discussing drastic diets, pricey pills, or overbearing routines. Fruit is what we are talking about, real, entire, natural fruit that your body can identify, want, and react to in subtle ways at first, but strong ones over time. Begin modestly. Actually, I would advise you to choose only one of the 4 fruits we have discussed, whatever one most appeals to you. In the afternoon, it can be a handful of juicy red grapes. Perhaps it's incorporating dried cranberries into your breakfast or salad. Scooping out a fresh papaya for breakfast or enjoying some cherries while you relax in the evening might be the answer. There is no need to accomplish everything at once, and there is no incorrect way to start. The constancy is what counts. Send a consistent, everyday signal to your body that you are choosing connection, flow, and life. Little things like warmer hands and feet, a clearer head, better sleep, or even a faint spark resurfacing during intimate times might be noticeable over the course of the next several weeks. These are the indicators. These are the hints of energy that indicate, I'm still here. In addition, I've discovered over decades of dealing with seniors nationwide that it's never too late. I've seen men in their 70s re-establish relationships with their spouses after years apart. I've seen women rediscover beauty and comfort in their bodies not because they turned back time, but rather because they took care of the life they still had. I thus challenge you to see your refrigerator, fruit basket, or upcoming shopping list from a fresh perspective today. Consider fruit as a tool, a gift of healing, and a step forward in addition to being sustenance. You deserve to feel good again, so let today be the day you start, not because someone told you to. More powerful, nearer, and more living than you ever imagined. You now know what to do. You've seen the possibilities. You now have the next step to take, and I will be here to support you at every turn. So here we are. You have just learned that 4 common fruits, red grapes, cranberries, papaya, and cherries, have the subtle ability to bring back something very personal, your vitality, your closeness, and your feeling of life. Instead of using short-term remedies or artificial solutions, use natural food that communicates with your body in a language it can comprehend. Remember that this is about more than just fruit. It's about the fruit's meaning, which is a return to respecting your body, believing in its wisdom, and providing it with the things it needs in these latter years. Because you deserve more than symptom management at this point in your life. You are worthy of feeling alive. To awaken feeling energized. To connect before going to bed. To feel like the finest version of yourself, not the person you were decades ago. You may have been taught for years that slowing down, feeling aloof, and letting go of intimacy are all natural. However, your tale doesn't have to end there. In actuality, your body never really forgets how to react. All it needs is the proper backing. These fruits may help with that. They aren't remedies. They aren't magical. They are, nevertheless, allies, gentle, successful, and unexpectedly strong allies. They help maintain hormonal balance, improve circulation, lessen inflammation, and rekindle the emotional and physical flame of connection. What's the greatest part? You don't have to make all the changes. Begin modestly. In the afternoon, 1 serving of red grapes. A papaya scoop for breakfast. A little cranberry juice, unsweetened. Or, before bed, a few of cherries. Do it every day. Take deliberate action. And see how things start to change in your body, as well as in your relationships, confidence, and perspective on life. Because there are times when mending happens without much fuss. Sometimes it appears subtly, as in a bowl of fruit, a revitalizing morning stroll, or a more restful night's sleep. And gradually, those little adjustments grow into a significant metamorphosis. This is your call to regain vitality rather than chasing youth. To support what still functions, not to repair what is broken.